Good evening everybody. Welcome to the Programming Guide channel. This is Bhargavi. Today we are going to discuss about the operating system and its services. First we need to understand what is mean by operating system. Operating system is nothing but a software. So it is a software which acts as a interface between user and the hardware devices. That means we have a system and we already have a keyboard and a mouse and everything. So what we need to do, just we are connecting to this. But if you press a button on the keyboard, that will be printed on the monitor. So that means who is doing the task here? Your operating system is doing the task here. That means it is interacting the input output devices. Whatever they entered by the data by the user, that is converting to system format and that is displayed on the monitor. That means it is providing the interaction between user and the hardware. So this is a basic diagram for the operating system. Consider we have user 1, user 2, user 3. So they are writing the different types of applications. So whatever the applications they are doing, so that applications will be passed to the operating system. Your operating system will perform the action of the application and it will give the information or take the information from the hardware, and your hardware will give the result back to the operating system and operating system will give that back to that. That means what? Here your operating system is working as what? It is a interface. What it is? It is a interface between users and the hardware. That means the communication is established between user and the hardware with the help of the operating system. So the operating system plays the major role in applications and the hardware. That means what? Hardware is there, CPU is there, monitor is there, keyboard is there, everything will be there. But how the system will work? If you switch on the system, all the CPUs or monitors or hardware devices will switch on, that's only. But if a user want to perform a task, we have to inform the hardware. So this is the task I want to perform with you. Who will do this task? Operating system will do that task. That means it takes the instructions from the user and it will give that instructions to the hardware so that the hardware will work. That means if I want to play a song, so what we do? We type a song name in the keyboard and that will be displayed on the monitor. Now the speakers will be on to play that song. That means internal work will be done by your operating system. Operating system taking the song name from the user application and it is giving that instruction to the sound box. Play this song. So the sound will come from the speakers. So this is the task done by the operating system. We have some of the different functionalities of the operating system. We can say functionalities of operating system or we can say services of the operating system. That means where we use the operating system. Right? The first one is program execution. So for the first one is what? Program execution. That is nothing but what? If a program is writing, consider we are writing a C program. Right? So I am writing void main and the set of the program I am writing. So if I save and compile the program, who will execute this program? This program is mainly in high level language. So it has to be converted to what? Machine level language. So what will happen? Operating system will take this program and it will give to the Turbo C editor so that the Turbo C compiler will compile that code. But who is taking this program? This program is taken by operating system. That means who is executing our program? Operating system is going to execute the program. It may be of C program or any other language programs. The operating system will execute that program. So that we call it as a program execution. So that is the first service. The next service is what? Input output operations. Consider in the program I want to add two numbers A plus B. So what I am going to do? This program is going to interact with the keyboard to enter two numbers. That means what? Input device. And addition of A plus B, I want to display on the monitor. That means we are performing input output operation in a program execution or in a process execution. So operating system will perform the input output operations also. That means I want to print a value. I want to print a page with the help of the printer. So whatever the file I am opening, that will be passed to the printer, right? So the instruction will be given by the operating system to the printer. So take this file and print this file. So who is giving command? Operating system giving the command that to the printer, print this file. So that we call it as a input output operations. Whatever input you need, that will be taken by the operating system. Whatever the output you want, that is also done by the operating system only. So this is the input output operations. Next we have file system manipulation. So what is mean by file? It may be of Word document, it may be of Paint, it may be of Excel, it may be of a program. That means what? Collection of files. So that is nothing but what? Collection of files. So consider this as a Word, this as a Excel, this as a program, right? So these are the different files we have. So these files may be stored in a file. That means all these files are stored in a folder. Now, what is meant by manipulation? Manipulation is nothing but performing the actions over these files. For example, I want to arrange all these files according to the date order when it is saved, or I want to store these files in arrange in order of MBs or KBs. That means according to the capability of that, or I want to store in alphabetical order. So based on which pattern you want to store, we can store these files with the help of the operating system only. That means the files can be managed with the help of the operating system. Next, communication. So what is mean by communication? Communication is nothing but what? Interaction. So operating system is maintaining the interaction from the applications and the hardware. It is making an interaction between user applications and hardware. Consider I am opening a Chrome. So I am opening a Chrome. Next I want to open a Word document. So here as soon as you open the Chrome, next I want to open the Word. So what will happen? The Chrome window will be overlapped with the Word document. And if I want to open Excel, so the Word document will be overlapped with the Excel. Or we want to minimize this. If you minimize, what will happen? On the screen, next Word will be open. If you minimize this, next Excel will be open. That means what you are doing here? We are communicating the processes. One process, consider this is a process 1, this is a process 2, this is a process 3. When process P1 is minimizing, so next automatically which is opening? Process P2. That means they are communicating. Consider a program is there. So this program is going to do what? Addition of two numbers. So this addition may be used in the next program. That means what? We are communicating, one program is communicating with the other program. One more example also we can take for this. Consider there are two processes in the main memory. So when you have the process management concept, that will come. So there are two processes P1 and P2. So at a time operating system only execute one process. Now currently operating system is executing, consider P1 process. Next what will happen? Next P2 should come. So when the P1 go out, P2 will come in. So here also the communication is needed between the processes. That we call it as a communication. The next one is what? Error detection. Error detection is nothing but, for example, your RAM is of capability of 1000 GB. Consider, right? Your RAM is of 1000 GB. Consider. If we are storing a process of 1300 GB or 1400 GB, so what it will do? So it is a capability more than the RAM. So we cannot store that much of amount of the process. So that error detection will be corrected here by giving a message. Now consider one more thing we have. There is a file. 1 is there. So some other file is there. File 2 is there. Now file 1 and file 2, the size will be more than the 1000. So in this case also we cannot consider both the files in the same RAM at the same time. If you are trying to store there, so it will give you an error. One more example, consider a process P1, starting address is 1500 and last address is 1800. Now I am giving the instruction to the operating system that I want to execute 1900 instruction of process P1. So what it will do? The limit of the process P1 is up to 1800 only. But what I am asking? I am asking to execute 1900 instruction. So at that time it will give you the error message. So what is that? You cannot access the P1 with the 1900 instruction. It will detect that error and so that we can correct that. Right? So that is error detection. Detection is nothing but finding of error. Next, accounting. So, accounting is nothing but how many hardware resources are allocated to particular process. So, for a process P1, there are 3 resources. For I type of 3 resources, J type of 4 resources, 10 of K type resources. Consider keyboards, monitors or mouses. Like that. So that what will happen if the process 1 is accepting 3, 4, 10 of I, J, K processes. The next process P2 want to access the process I. So already the resources are given 3 to the process P1. So the next it may have more than 3 if the resources we have. Consider actually I resources are 5. Now 3 are already given to P1. Now 2 can be given to the process P2. Consider already only we have 3. So for process P2 can we allocate? No. So that will be what? 0. That means how many resources are allocated for each and every process will be maintained in a table. That we call it as accounting. That means how many hardware resources are allocated to a particular process. A list is maintained. Accounting information is maintained by the operating system. So that the remaining resources will be given to the other processes. Right? Next and last one is protection. So protection is nothing but what? Authenticating of your user. Your user may of different types. That means consider for one system how many users we have? User 1, user 2, user 3. So consider I am storing all files in C drive with the user 1. So file names are 1, 2, 3. So what will happen? So these 1, 2, 3 are related to user 1 in C drive. So user 1 may set the password as A and number 1. Next, user 2 are saving the name with B with the number 2 as password. So this B and 2 password user cannot see this C123. Why? Because these are the files which are related to username A and the password is 1. That means the protection will be given for your files if there are multiple users. That means one user files cannot seen by other users. That we call it as a protection. And one more thing, we also have security. Security is nothing but what? So whenever you open the system, whenever you switch on the system, it will give you the username and password, right? So some username and considering XYZ and some password is there. So this username and password will be taken by the operating system and it will validate whether the user and the entered password is right or wrong. So if the right, then only it will open the window. Otherwise, it will not open the window. That we call it as a security. So all these are the services of the operating system.